this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, we've got game one of the National League Division Series. It's the New York Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming your way next. And today's starter, Ryan Wu. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Man at second. Out towards right center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Now a relay to third. And he gets to third safely. Moving up on the fly out. And there are two gone. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Matt McClain. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. Save. In comes the run from second. And they take a 2-run lead. Cobb digging in. This matchup has been one-sided and not in the pitcher's favor, Chris.
Yeah, probably circled this one when the schedule came out. Might as well hand him the remote. He's been in full control in this one. One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Fires to first in time. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. They take the force out. They limit the damage here. Connor Norton up now for the Mets. This one in the air, center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. To third. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Double play.
When you're already in scoring position and you decide to tag, you really want to be more than 100% confident that you can make it safely to third, because otherwise you take a potential run-scoring opportunity off the board. Great throw to third.
Out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Phillies,
John Kenzie Noel up now for the Mets. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. So, runner at second, 2 down. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies.
Ball, that's low.
Runner at second, 2 down here in game 1 of the NLDS. Checked his swing on the 1-0 and appeal to first. He did not go around. Two-0. And that is out of play. That one missing inside. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is that.
It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game 1 to set the tone.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
Look around, search all I can find. People mixing me out of their mind. Looking through the light, gonna make you blind. So called sophisticated mankind. Brother plan seems to work. Economic growth is saving the earth. Sing alive, tell me what is it worth? A deeper love from the day of your birth. I start losing it, I'm out of control.
From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the New York Mets taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. And today's starting pitcher, Garrett Crochet. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. He'll also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Szen Cobb at the plate now. That's ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
That one outside. Ball 2. And a foul ball. One down, Phillies down the run. On the ground. And that's just foul. The 2-2. Outside with a breaking ball. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Out towards right center field. Brings it in. Now a long throw to first. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. One left for Philadelphia. They're down 1-0. We're in the second game of this division series. On to the third inning. Brooks Lee up now for the Mets. Liner caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
One down. Robert Hassel III, the next to hit. This one in the air, center field. Cobb has a beat on it. And there's 2 away. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. That is the inning. Phillies strand 1, and it remains 1-0. So now the DH spot, Nolan Shanuel. Hit in the air, center field. Cobb under it. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Cobb stepping in now. The inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
Into center and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Swing the bat, nice rip.
Up next for the Phillies, the third baseman, number 8, Tommy Head. Good no-hop.
Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the late stages of game 2. Line drive, brings it in for the 3rd out. 1 left for Philadelphia, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. One gone, runner at first. Now at the plate, Nolan Shanuel. And a rope into center field, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The relay, he's in there.
Up next to the bat, the right fielder.
And now the center fielder, Szen Cobb. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a ball popped in the air. He puts it away, and that'll do it. The Mets secure a big road win in Game 2. They even up the series before heading home.
Well, one of the goals in the postseason is to split on the road and play very well at home. They did just that with the win today, evening it up at 1-1.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Someone called a paramedic. I'm on fire. We don't get together, then we all die.
It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets. John Shambi along with Chris Singleton. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
Man, it's been fun so far, Boog, that's for sure. After splitting the first two, Game 3 takes on even more meaning than usual. You don't want to be the team that drops this one and then be faced with having to win 2 games in a row in order to take the series. That's tough.
And the pressure on the starting pitchers is big in this one. Each of them is being counted on to come through with a quality performance, hoping to save some of that bullpen for really critical games coming up. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starter, Hurston Waldrop. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, last time out, he's only able to complete 4 innings, but really battled. Didn't have his best stuff. I look for him to be better in this one.
So bases all loaded up. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Yeah, that's fouled off.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. Batter challenges in a very big spot. And it was a strike. The call will stand. So they've only got 1 challenge left now. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. 2 outs. Runner on first. Jhonkensy Noel, the next to hit. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. That is the inning. On the ground. And foul ball. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
This one in the air, center field. Hassel under it. And there's 2 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. 2 aboard, 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
This one in the air, center field. Hassel should have this one. And that is that. Phillies. 3rd game of the division series. Bottom of the 6th inning. Matt McClain up now for the Mets. And that one is lifted in the air. 1 away. And next for the Mets, Connor Norby. 2 down, nobody on. That's towards center. And that is that. So another. Here's the center fielder, Szen Cobb. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
Little dribbler up along third, but it kicks foul. That one outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sends him down on strikes. That ends the inning. Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
From 41 Way, welcome to the home of the New York Mets. This is Citi Field. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab here, Framber Valdez. What do we have on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Szen Cobb, the next to hit, takes outside.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
2 on, 2 outs. Line drive. Base hit. 1 run in already. Another comes in to score. It's a 2-run single, and they take a 3-run lead.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner takes off. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Batting in, the second baseman.
Now at the plate, Szen Kim. Started after it. Appeal to third. Didn't go. First and second, 2 down. Here in Game 4 of the NLDS. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Ball outside. Throw to third. Save. Double steal.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
That one catches the corner for a strike.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, they've clearly been trying to work him away, and to change it up with a good pitch on the inside. Nice execution. That'll definitely keep him honest.
Noel. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Phillies 3. 1 down. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Out to center. Cobb under it. And a couple of quick outs. Now it's going to be Nolan Shotwell.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Takes it in for the out.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
Two down, nobody on. Rips that one center field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Around second now as they still don't have it. Passes third. He wants it all. Cut off. Now a throw home. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Wow, and inside the Parker is really exciting. He almost made it, but instead a relay to the plate and the tag just beat him. Man, that's a lot of effort for an out at the plate. Wild play to end the inning.
Runner at second here, one gone.
The center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
In the air, right field, Bench. In position, that's out number 2.
Up next for Philadelphia, the catcher. Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Hit on the ground to short. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And he'll just eat it. So that's an infield knock.
That's the way to hit the ball right there. Good job.
Up next for Philadelphia, the catcher, Hunter Goodman.
Here. Cobb off of first with 2 away. Runner takes off. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. That one almost got him. Ball. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside. Phillies strand 1, but they're in front 4-0. Brooks Lee up now for the Mets. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Man at second. Up the middle. Lindor on to first. That's a very athletic play.
Up next for the Mets, the center fielder, number 6.
Carson Bench will hit next.
The right fielder, Carson Bench.
This one in the air, center field. Cobb under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. The throw in. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
He comes up firing, and there was an anticipation and kind of an excitement when the ball went in his direction that he was going to have an opportunity to throw somebody out. And that's the attitude that aggressive and good outfielders have.
Cobb stepping in. A base hit here could shift the vibe. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, Boog, that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning. You know, these Phils, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Got him swinging. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth.
Szen Cobb.
Batting with one down, takes a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
That one is absolutely belted, carrying well, and that one is out of here. A 2-run homer, and they've rallied from 4 back. It's 8-7. Met fans dealing with heartbreak right now.
Most times it's the pitcher looking at the scoreboard for velocity, but in this case it's the hitter. He just turned around triple digits at the dish. I don't even know how he saw that pitch. Maybe he didn't, but he got a home run out of it.
And the Phillies move on. They've got a date in the National League Championship Series.
You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.
Here I go, coming live again from the home of the drag races. Let me add, cops never had braces. We'll turn that later on. I ain't got nothing but a few minutes here. Let me bring y'all to my home. First, let's stop by the candy store, but then shop for a bag of treats. It ain't California, but it's Carolina. Never tastes bad to me. And I guarantee you when the session in, we'll need us some to eat. So I take it down to the chicken coop, the best in the southeast. Get a quarter dog and them potato rounds, I bet you would like it. Or the fried fish and a couple shrimp, you can taste the town when you bite it. If you don't keep it moving after all this food, you will lay it down with the itis. And I got plenty much more to show. Throw the plates away, let's fight it. Hit my line, pull up on me, hop in, ride out, like this, crank the window, Pitch stop, hop out, hit the block, say what's up, put some in the wind, to the crib, rest up, wake up, do it again, hit my line, pull the bomb, hop in, ride out, like this, crank the window, pitch stop, hop out, hit the block.
This place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Ryan Wood. What do you have on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Isaac Paredes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Top of the first, just getting started here in Philadelphia. This one in the air, center field. Cobb has a beat on it. And there are two down. One down. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Wyatt Langford. That's towards center. Cobb should have this one. And there's two down. Here's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. That's ripped. Base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field. Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
Pitch misses. Full count now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from first. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Man at second. Way out front for strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 1 of the NLCS. Runner on the move again. Stays alive. The 0-2. Inside, almost got him. No outs. Runner on second. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. That one felt good. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
2 on, 2 outs.
With how good these offenses are, there's a lot of ball game left. Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Not close with that one. Ball 1. Swings and misses, struck him out. Inning over, although plenty of damage done. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around with 5 score. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Phillies 6 and the Dodgers 0. This is the National League Championship. 1 down. Tristan Casas will hit next. 2-2. This one in the air, center field. Cobb in position, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher.
So 2 down. Now it's the right fielder. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. This one in the air, center field. Cobb settles underneath it and makes the grab. And that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. It's the Phillies 6 and the Dodgers 0.
Up next for the Phillies, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Hey, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
that one is lifted in the air, gets under it, and that is that. Phillies down in order. They lead it, though, 6-0. One down. Here's the center fielder, Bryce Rayner. Well, it's pretty clear that he was frustrated, and even he admitted as much with his performance in their last series, but now a chance to hit the reset button.
That's one of the things he's going to have to get used to. Being the superstar player in this lineup, they are going to pitch you very tough. And if you make the adjustment, you can have success. I think he'll have it in this one.
Up next to the Dodgers, the designated
Man at first, Brendan Donovan steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Timing issues can snowball quickly, and that's what we're witnessing here. This lineup's inability to lock onto the pitcher's delivery is causing a few awkward swings.
This one in the air, center field. Cobb moving under it. And that is that. Still in total. Runner at first with 2 away. And now the center fielder, Szen Cobb. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Oh, he can't bring it in. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. It's 9-0.
Well, just a total breakdown defensively right there. I mean, allowing a run to score all the way from first because of an error pretty much shouldn't happen. But every once in a while we see one of these weird plays, and it leaves everyone kind of scratching their heads.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the late stages of game 1. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Got him swinging. Good job at damage control right there. 8th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 9 and the Dodgers 0. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Saw the northern lights today. It's been a long time coming, and I thought I wouldn't know what to say. A fleeting moment in the sky.
From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1. But this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill for the Phillies, Garrett Crochet. How about a report on him, Chris?
Just a 4-inning start his last time out. He took the loss. They're looking for more out of this guy today.
All right, ready to get underway. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
Shohei Ohtani.
This one in the air, center field. Cobb settles underneath it. One away. Wyatt Langford getting ready to hit. The 0-1. Hit in the air, center field. Cobb on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special. Second game of the NLCS. Bottom half of inning number 2. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. And a foul ball.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, Boog. Love being a part of these games.
The 0-1. In the air out to center. And it drops in. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 2 of the NLCS. And that's outside. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. In the air, right field, Sellers on his way over, reaching for it, and breaks it in. Runner tags at second.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
And now for the Phillies, Szen Kim.
You have to stay disciplined in these at-bats. Try not to chase. A strikeout here is the last thing you want.
Kim went deep in his most recent game. One away with a runner at third. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Ball 2.
Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to Casas. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
So 2 down. Bryce Rayner, the next to hit. Out towards right center field. Cobb settles under this one. And that is that.
Up next for the Phillies, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Phillies showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Manzardo gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Still relatively early, but with a pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
In the dirt, blocked. To second, not going to get him. He's in there. And now a man into scoring position. One away, tie game. Go ahead run stands at first.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Bunting for a hit, and that's just foul. Bunting, but that's a foul ball.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
It drops in, gets away a little bit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I see you working, big guy. Good job.
Wastes no time there. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Javier Sinoja stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 3. A fly. There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the late stages of game 2. Runner goes again. Pitching for a strike. Throw down, and he's out, and that wasn't close. Did well enough for them.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
3-2 the final score. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shelby. Talk to you soon.
Esto lo tuve que sudar. Yeah, nunca tuve tiempo para dudar. Vicioso me volví adicto a ganar. Tantas W que ya ni sé cómo perder. 100 por 30.
It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. From Vince Scully Avenue, welcome to Dodger Stadium. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shampi. Thanks for joining us here. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
And boom, this is as close to an elimination game as you can get without it actually being one. Going down 3-0 would more or less just end this thing. So this game's going to tell us whether we're going to have a real series in store for us or if we're just going to be packing our bags and going home.
A lot of people feel these teams are more evenly matched than the first two games would indicate. So we'll see if we get a bounce-back performance in this one. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And taking the ball for the Dodgers, Kumar Rocker.
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. He doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
Digging in, Szen Cobb. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. In the air to left center. Langford has a beat on it. And there's one away.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 8, Javier Silva. Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, number 55, Szen Cobb.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Wow, that's not even close to the zone.
All tied up here in Game 3 of the NLCS. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away now.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Bottom 4, Tristan Casas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. The 1-2. Back up the middle and a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Brendan Donovan. Hard hit, left field, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. And now the right fielder. That smash towards center. Cobb on his way over. Brings it in.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Joey Ortiz. Up next for Philadelphia.
Cobb in his 7th season, 27 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2025. Bunting for a hit. Whips it to Casas. No hit here on the bunt attempt. They get the out. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. And that one hammered. That's back there. Makes the catch gliding out of the warning track.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
One down. Joey Ortiz now at the plate. Up the middle. Throw is low, and he can't hang on safe.
Well, from the time you're a little leaguer, you're taught to hustle out of the box and give it a full sprint through the base regardless of how you hit it. And he didn't make great contact, but the effort was there, and he earns the base hit.
Cobb should have this one. Makes the grab. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting. Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
There's nothing colder than your shoulder when you're dragging me along like you do. And then you switch up with no warning, and you kiss me like you want it. How rude, how rude.
Coming to you live from Southern California, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, the number one thing to discuss is just how lopsided this series has been. You know, you get to this point of the season, Boog, and you expect both teams to be on pretty even ground, but it's not played out that way at all. And when a team takes care of business with such dominance and gets out to a 3-0 lead, I just can't see this series lasting much longer.
Yeah, that's usually the way it goes. But hey, coming back to win the series has been done before. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Tarik Skubal.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And there's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
So important to get into the fielding position after you deliver that baseball. That is a scary one. Watch your lips.
Cobb digs in. This pitcher is in the Cy Young conversation for a reason, and this entire lineup knows it, Singy.
Yeah, it's not about doing too much. It's about staying within yourself and executing your plan.
Out towards right center field, and that's the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail it here 2-0. Fourth game of the NLCS. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Jason Sellers. Base hit center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting up, the center fielder,
Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Two. That's towards center. Cobb moving under it. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. The relay. And he gets to third safely. Moving up on the flyout. And there are two gone. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. The 1-1. Into center and a base hit. Throw into third. And he's got no chance. He's out. Cobb locks in. You can feel it. Big moment here.
Yeah, everyone in the yard just sat up in their seats. So did I, Boog.
This to third. Paredes. Donovan for one. Throw to first, but he beat it.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here. Speed on the bases, put him in motion, and it worked out. Now time to execute in the batter's box.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. A three-run shot, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 4-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Fourth game of the NLCS. Ready to go, bottom four. Bryce Rayner steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Cobb settles under it. And there's one down. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. In the air, left field. And that is that. One run in the inning. But back to the top of the order, Shohei Ohtani, the next to hit. There's a swing and a drive. That's back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Outstanding catch right there, and I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
Cobb digs. And they're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2.
First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That's the way to hit the ball right there. Good job.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Late here in game 4. Runner goes again. In the air to left center. Greener gets under it. And he makes the catch. And there's one away. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Kim in the box now. Takes strike one.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's out number 2.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Pitch gets away. And that cost him a run as he scores easily.
Kind of a dagger right there with the insurance run scoring on the wild pitch.
The Philadelphia Phillies are moving on. They're headed back to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourselves ready for the biggest series of your lives.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.
Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me? Yeah, cause I got more. Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me? Yeah, cause I got more. Yes, I moved my shorty from Florida to Hollywood. Some goals, look big on me. Got some goals, it's a list on me. Yellow, I'm rich, I rock and roll. Then the strobe playing tricks on me. The stones hitting different, you supposed to be than me. No, they from Tiffany. Keep my name out your mouth like some wisdom. Hey, you wonder why? Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me? Cause I got more. Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me? Cause I got more coming. And yes, I'm Mula shouted from Ryan. She been all of my business as a late. I got rich so fast they want this break, can't catch a break. And yes, I know you tired of hating, I'm tired of staring at your face. And if we retaliate, we can go tit for tat today. That's on my mama, that's on Big Sean, that's on Lil A from FLA. Out here in LA, trying to make the shake, trying to wrap this case. That's a whole 120K to the magistrate for my parents' sake. And you still talking about sharing cake. Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me? Yeah, cause I got more. Why you not here with me? Can you break bread with me? Why you switch phone numbers like clothes? Why you can't answer me? Yeah, cause I got more coming. Can you break bread?
Qué bonito está el cielo que a mí me tapa. Y esa brisa de diciembre que entra por la casa. Qué sabrosa es la sal del mar de mi playa. Que aunque no tiene tren, su sierra es nevada.
Donde me pega el sol en la piel, de los sueños que nunca desperté, la de la foto en el atardecer, y ahora regreso pa' volverte a ver.
De la esquina del barrio bailando en la fiesta.
Oye, mi invita.
Donde todo el mundo con la puerta abierta. No hay invierno ni primavera.
Es verano la vida entera.
Cuando el mango se cae en la casa floresta.
Un bañito de lluvia, una fruta fresca. ¿Quién quiere mango, biche y raspado con cola? Aquí todas las tristezas se van con la sola. Yo crecí viendo el atardecer como nunca los he vuelto a ver, y aprendí a ser feliz viviendo en el ahora. Porque el Caribe se envuelve en mi ser, y si es posible volver a nacer, escogería este lugar, su color y su aroma.
Y en una esquina del barrio bailando champeta, comiendo butifarra hasta que amanezca. No hay invierno ni primavera.
Es verano la vida entera.
Cuando el mango se cae en la casa floresta.
Un bañito de lluvia, una fruta fresca. Un día tuve que marcharme de la Samaria, y el mundo no era lo mismo lejos de allí. Y aunque lo quiso el destino, yo lo he burlado, nunca me fui. No importa dónde estuviera, no importa con quién estaba, no importa lo que pasara, yo era de aquí.
No hay invierno ni primavera.
Es verano la vida entera.
Cuando el mango se cae en la casa floresta.
Un guineo maduro sobre la mesa.
Porque el Caribe se envuelve en mi ser, y si tuviera que volver a nacer, escogería este lugar, escogería aquí y ahora.
Your blackmail of likes.
This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Here in Philadelphia, Citizens Bank Park, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound in this one, Brian Wu. What do we need to know here?
He touched the ninth inning his last time out. Really wanted the complete game. Didn't get it, but he did get the W. They'd love to see him pitch deep into this one again.
Game 1 of the World Series. Bottom of the second. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez Game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Not close with that one. Ball 3. The other way.
Take a look, find it.
That's in there as he blocks it and keeps it in front of him. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here goes the runner. Pitch outside. Throw. Save. Singy, the best way to catch this guy might be on replay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the only way to catch him, Boog. I mean, you see that sprint speed on.
Runner goes again.
Come on, get out,
Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third, and he's out. Man at first, one away.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. Safe in second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Laser to the gap, should score the run. Coming home. He'll score easily, and they take a 3-run lead. Now he launches a throw over his head.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. In the air to left center. Lugo should have this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. Doubled in his first AB. Clips the outside corner. That's strike one. Some early action out there in the bullpen. Troy Melton getting loose out there. Birdsong also getting ready. That one fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third here in game 1 of the World Series.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. Inning over, and it could have been. Cobb stepping in now. 2-out RBI opportunity here.
A knock could be the gut punch that seals it. Pressure moment.
On the ground. Whips it across, and that's terrific work out of the bullpen. 1 down. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Cobb thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. The 0-2.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in an 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. That missed by a lot. Ball 2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Game 1 of the World Series. All set to start the 9th in this one. Dylan Cruz now at the plate. This one in the air center field. Cobb takes it in for the out. So singing as the numbers show, a great performance on the mound in this one.
Absolutely, and that really set the tone from the beginning. A fantastic effort.
Yeah. You stupid. Back like they never left. Yeah. Whoa. I'm getting more money than ever, baby. Yeah. I said the windows tinted, it ain't mid-sentence. I feel it. Hustling, no bad. I did it. It's just the beginning. I ain't even close to finish. I got money on the other line. I gotta get the call. If you ain't gonna make me better, I don't even get involved. Couple on the close. That's involved. Getting duggies with my dogs till it's through the walls.
From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. A big game 2 in store for us here today, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect. The home side taking care of business in game 1. But this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Showing the slab in today's game, Garrett Crochet. What do we have on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The 1-1. Hit in the air out to center field. Cobb should have this one. Out number 2. Game 2 of the World Series. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Bryce Matthews. This one in the air center field. Cobb under this one. 1 away. The pressure is high for the players in the postseason, but maybe even higher for the managers. Every decision you make is critical to the success of the team and to your own reputation.
A lot of great Game 1 moments, Boog. Alex Gordon's game-tying homer for the Royals in the bottom of the 9th in 2015 really sticks out for me. They went on to win that game in 14 innings.
Foul ball there. And a 1-2. Ground ball right side. Fires over to first. That's one out, the bottom of the 2nd. New inning getting started, and stepping in for the Astros, Jarren Duran. Drilled out towards left center field. Going back on this one. And it's off the top of the wall. Into second base. The tying run is on with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it.
Jonathan Aranda will hit next. The 1-1. Base hit. Runner around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in Game 2.
Number 55.
In the air out to center. And he can't make the play. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one run, trying to apply some pressure, and that's exactly the case right here.
Now a step off, and he's caught between the bases. Safe at second, and he gets back in. One out and a runner at second here in Game 2 of the World Series. Runner on the move again. That one in the dirt and gets away. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third. Here's a 1-1. That one in triple digits. Got him swinging for the K. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Well, needed a big... Base hit.
Pick it up.
So a man aboard now with one away. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Josh Winkowski, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Melton getting. Now a quick throw to first, and he's back in on a dive. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save. Man at second. And now 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Runner goes again. Pitch is low.
Get out, get out, get out.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And now make it 4 stolen bases in the game for him.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think...
In the air, left field. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and they lead by 2. First and second, 2 outs. Dylan Cruz up next for the Astros. 2 on, 2 outs. Out towards right center field. Cobb on the move. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 3.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Two on, 1 out. Inside, just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone.
Rincon. He's in safely at second, and a run comes in to score. Quick toss to first, and he's back in easily. So a substitution needed at first because of the injury. Here's the Phillies pinch runner, Luis Matos. Cobb had a good day in the office.
Well, every team in the league wants hitters who can consistently deliver games like the one he had today, because it can help you get wins like this one. Nice job.
Don't listen, feel the sound.
And King Cornelius defeated the terrible dragon, and all the people in the land were very happy. Oh no, let me finish the book.
Sorry, Mommy.
And the people came to the king's side cheering, hooray, the sun has come out. And the king began to sing.
Just another day in the sun. I guess another day's begun. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm thinking about getting with you.
Just another day in the sun. I guess another day is...
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Houston Astros. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already, but I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. pitching in this game, Shane McClanahan. What do you got on him, Chris?
Just a 4-inning start his last time out. He took the loss. They're looking for more out of this guy today.
So 2 down. Jonathan Aranda up next for the Astros. This one in the air, center field. Cobb should have this one, and that will end the inning. Scoreless. Man at first, nobody out. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Szen Cobb. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Cobb made off with 4 stolen bases in his last game. The lefty, the 1-0.
You want to know how rare his 4-steal game was? In MLB history, only 3 players have more than 5 games like that. Ty Cobb, Vince Coleman, and Ricky Henderson. Ricky's special, though. He did it 19 times in his career. Crazy.
No score here in the second. On the ground, 2 ball. Rincon to second. Throw to first, but he beat it. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw to second. He's safe. Chris, there aren't many players faster than him, and StatCast demonstrates that for us right here.
Yeah, it breaks down the data for us on a close play. And
runner goes again. Pitch misses. Throw bounces in, and he's safe. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
Out front, rip foul. Two. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Sung Kim stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Just missed. And another ball.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player you want to look up.
Laser to the gap should score the run. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Cobb digging in. Big-time pitcher, so he better have a plan, Singy. Otherwise, it's a short trip.
Yeah, Boogie's just got to pick a pitch and go. No guessing, no hesitation.
That one fouled off. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion, everything is amplified. Swing and a ground ball. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. And safe. It's a stolen base. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in Game 4 of the World Series. Comes up empty.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Struck him out swinging. And that's 4 strikeouts. Now it's the second baseman, Szen Kim.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
He's trying for third. Line drive. Calls it in. Runner pretty far from second. And he's out. Not able to get back to the bag. Cobb stepping in now. Got the lead, but it's far from safe. He'll try to build on it right here.
Yeah, and you love seeing a team stay aggressive. Don't wait around. Keep applying pressure.
Hit on the ground to short. Dives, and he can't hang on. And he'll just eat it, so that's an infield knock.
A couple of hits in a row for him here, and now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. And now make it 4 stolen bases in the game for him.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing.
Runner goes again. Strike in there. Throw bounces in, and he's safe. And nobody's going to stop him on the bases today. This one popped up. Matthews takes it in for the out. And there's one down. Now, Szen Kim. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Ball one. Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Runner stays put at third. That's smashed towards center. He's got it. Runner tags from third. Play at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. It's 3-1. Szen Cobb, the next to hit. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. And that one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Late here in Game 4.
Ball, that's inside.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Get them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Two down, nobody on. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive. This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Just off the inside edge. Fights it off. He'll see another. Payoff pitch. And he made that pitcher throw 9 times on the way to that walk. Quick move to first. Cobb back on a dive. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. throws, save. That's a stolen base. And they still haven't found a way to slow him down on the bases. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. First and second, 2 outs. Szen Kim stands in for the runners on the move. Pitch misses. Throw to third, too late. Save, double steal.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down, but he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up a run.
Two on, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. That misses off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. So they're able.
All this team needs is 1 more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning, it's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
Trains in New York City roll thunder down the line. The teachers ride to Richmond as they sleep in San Antonio, while the harbor lights on Baltimore got nurses headed home. Say a minute, but he's wrong. It's morning in America, but I can't see the dawn. Congressmen in Washington receive their briefing through, while ladies use the pipelines in a Detroit County school. And I think of my grandmother, how she told me to be strong. It's morning in America, but I can't see the dawn.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Houston Astros. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. And as we get set for Game 5, Chris, it seems like this series could still have a few twists and turns in it.
Well, being down 3-1, calling it a do-or-die game is no exaggeration, but these situations tell us a lot about a team's character, and for some teams, it brings out their absolute best, but for others, it kind of proved to be an overwhelming scenario to face, and so we'll see how they show up here today.
And we'll also get to see what kind of killer instinct they have on the other side. Some teams can get a little too relaxed when they're so comfortably in the driver's seat. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the mound for Houston in this one, Gavin Williams. What do you look for here?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
So up next, Szen Cobb. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Ripped, but it curls foul. Second inning here, no score. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
Yeah, I think with starting pitchers, they're not going as deep in the postseason because managers aren't willing to let them get knocked around and put a game out of reach. Most skippers have a quicker hook this time of the year.
Here's a 1-2. On the ground to third. Fires in time.
Oh, but we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
That one laced to center and a base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Welcome back. Quite the pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate. Struck him out swinging. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. So runner at second, 2 down. Dylan Cruz up next for the Astros. Man at second. Ripped on a line to center. And that is that. But 2 runs. So runner at second, 2 down. Jonathan Aranda will hit next. Man on second, 2 down. This one in the air, center field. Cobb in position. And the inning is over. So the Astros, number 55, locks in. No need to press, but they could really use a leadoff base runner right here.
Yeah, all you want to see is a patient, quality approach. Pass the baton and chip away.
Foul ball there.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Base hit around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he's out.
Got to love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
World Series Game 5. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Drake Baldwin. And the 0-2. That's ripped. Base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
One up, one down.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Cobb, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Comes up empty.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Throw sails over his head at first.
Up next for Philadelphia, the third baseman, number 8, Javier Szen.
Runner takes off. There's a ball. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, in the postseason, I'd say we see more teams playing for one.
Runner goes again. Strike in there. Throw to third. Save. And the tying run is now only 90 feet away.
I think he surprised everyone in the ballpark, and especially the pitcher. It wasn't a great lead there, but when he took off, I think he caught him off guard. Nice job to get to third.
The 2-1. And this is inside.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
Ball 4. And a go-ahead run is on base. Now it's the second baseman, Szen Cobb. 0 for 3 in this one. And a pitch out, but nothing going on.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. When you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they earn their keep.
That one misses. That's 5 straight. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1. Hader throw over. And he just got his hand in there. The Stros trying to close out a 1-run lead here in Game 5 of the World Series. And that drops in for a strike. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Phillies have just 1 out remaining.
The batter, number 3.
A base hit. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and they tie it late here in Game 5.
Huge at bat to bring.
From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, the World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. With Game 6 in front of us, it's an elimination game on one side, but this series feels like it could go either way.
You know, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been in Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And on the hill for the Phillies, Garrett Crochet. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
It's the 6th game of this World Series. Bottom of the 2nd. Szen Cobb stands in for the Phillies. A chilly atmosphere here. Really what comes to mind when you think of postseason baseball. Fans doing whatever they can to stay warm and energized. That one at triple digits.
You talked about the fans trying to stay warm, Boog, but it's a challenge for the players too. Games like this really can be hard on you.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Drake Baldwin. This one in the air, center field. Cobb in position, and there's one down. So 2 down. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Matthew Lugo. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. And the tying run is on base.
He doesn't flinch at all with the front shoulder. Stays nice and close behind in the count and hits this ball beautifully.
Foul ball. And the 0-1. That one fouled off.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. In the air, left field. Dives, but he can't get it. It's a foul ball. Manzardo off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs. Get deeper in the count.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. Cobb stepping in. Pressure's on. One swing can flip the whole game.
Yeah, and this guy's no stranger to the spotlight. He's built for moments like this. Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it. Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Late with the swing there.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. So he needed a strikeout there, and he got it. is over. The Philadelphia Phillies have done it. They've won the World Series.
The huge congrats to the World Series champs. This was an incredibly special team all season long, and what I love most is that these home fans that supported this team game in and game out, they got to witness it in their home ballpark. So many memories over this season, but in this game, this city is already going crazy.
Welcome back on the show as we see some of the final moments and reactions in this World Series clinching game. And now let's go down on the field where they're set to present the Commissioner's Trophy to the World Series champs. Singleton and our outstanding crew. I'm John Shambi. This has been the World Series on MLB The Show.
Does anybody know or have the time? Does anybody know that girl of mine? Has anybody seen her? Has she gone away? If anybody talked to her, please send her my way. Yeah, yeah. She was hanging around with some other lover on this end of town. Or maybe it's a rumor. Maybe it's a rumor. People telling a lie. No, maybe she's not with some other guy. I gotta know right away, 'cause I can't spend another day. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Where's my baby? Where's my baby? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Where my baby? Yeah, yeah. Angel of mercy, could you come on down? Sit yourself beside me on my humble ground. Oh, I'm gonna ask a question, and I need you to say, you're gonna bring her back to me now by the end of the day. Please, please, gotta know right away, 'cause I can't spend another day. Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Does anybody know where my baby? Does anybody